source of the paints. We store all the paint cylinders in here, and then we will move the paint from here to the warehouse or the racks. Let's do that. Now let's connect the different objects in our model. To connect an object, the first thing that I have to do is press the A in my keyboard. Press an A, and then you will see a little chain in your mouse. You see the mouse in here on your left side. I press an A and they become a chain. So then I click in the first object, and I then click in the second object, and you see a line in here. That means I'm connecting one object to another object. I still have the A key pressed, so I'm pressing and then pressing the new object, and then again I press in the rack object. So you can see now some small arrows in here and lines showing that the material that we are processing right now comes from the source to the conveyor to the processor to the queue, and from the queue to the warehouse or the rack. Now I will change the source, some of the information in the source. If you see, you have several tabs. We have arrival style, and we have inter-arrival time, flow item class, so we have boxes, or we can put cylinders, sphere, plane, circle, pallet, whatever we want. We will put a cylinder because we are simulating cans of paint. Okay. The other important thing here is the inter-arrival time. Is the time that we assume that the truck is delivering the paint from the provider of the supply chain member into our factory. Okay, so we will leave as a statistical distribution exponential. We can change all this information, and we can use several statistical models. We will see that a little bit later. All right, so let's apply these characteristics or properties to our source. And the first thing to run the model is to press the reset key. It is important to press the reset key in here to put all the variables inside our model in 0. Then we come to press the run, and we start running the model. As you see, we see all the cans, some faster than the other because we use the exponential distribution. Okay, and you see the speed. We are having here a little bit of bottleneck in this area, and our cans are coming into the queue. But there is a problem in here. All the cans of paint are coming to the queue, and they are appearing magically into the rack. That's not the reality. So we need someone, an operator, to move from the processing label to the queue, and from the queue into the warehouse. So we will use an operator here. So we stop the model. All right, reset the variables. You see, when you press the reset, all the different items in the model disappear. So we double click in the queue. All right, and we use flow. In flow, we tick in use transport. That means that we have to use transportation from the queue to the warehouse. So to transportation, let's use an operator. Let's choose this object. So let's put an operator. So let's call it Mohammed. All right. So this guy is Mohammed. So he is moving. He will be moving the cans from here to our warehouse. So let's assume the Mohammed is a little bit thicker. So we change the size of the guy. We put a little. So no, this is the position, the size. Yes. No, it's a little bit bigger. Okay, a little bit wider. Let's see that Mohammed is a little bit unfit. So we put him in here. If you notice also, in the general, the size, the height of the operator is 1 meter and 78 centimeters, which is an average size. All right. So the second thing that we have to do is to link the operator to the queue. You know, the system knows that we have to move the objects from the queue to the warehouse, because we have this line in here when we press A. To link an operator to or transporter to the queue, we just press the S key. So you see the change in here, all right, and then click from the queue to the operator, and you see now that we have a line between the queue and the operators, okay, meaning that this operator is moving the objects from here to here. Let's run our model again and see what's happening now. So reset, run, and you see the cans of paint coming at a speed. They take some time, and you see Mohammed moving. Let's do a little bit smaller. Okay, that's much better. And Mohammed is moving the cans from here to our warehouse. Okay, as you can expect, Mohammed is not quite fast, so we will suspect that we will have a bottleneck in here as the time passes. Right? Let's change the speed in here. In this button we can change the speed, we can make it a little bit faster. All right, so that means that in the meantime Mohammed will be able to put, but look at that, there is a long queue in here because Mohammed is not that fast. Okay, so let's stop and see how can we improve this model. Now I will introduce the transporter. So we have the transporter in here, and I will connect the transporter to the queue. So I press the S button and connect the transporter to the queue. I have to check again that the flow have ticked the use transporter. Okay. And let's now run our model again. Okay, let's put the rack a little bit further. So let's assume that it's for reset and run the model. Okay, let's see what happened now. You see the transporter start to work and moving one by one. Okay, it's choosing the rack randomly. Let's put it a little bit faster so we can see what's happening. But still, we have a long queue in here. We have a bottleneck, so we have to improve. Still, the transporter is not the solution to our model. Okay, so let's stop this model. So how can we improve this model? So what happens if we take the transporter and instead of using one can of paint, we put two? You know, the capacity, we increase the capacity to 2. So let's see what happened now. Okay, so reset the model and run the model. Okay, so again, let's put it a little bit slower. Yeah. Let's do it now. And let's go a little bit closer. Too close. Let's press stop. But this is good because now we can find the way to see our model again. So the model is lost, I don't know, I have no idea where my model is. So the first thing to do is to close the window. The model is still running. You see here it's still running. So we just press the 3D button and we see the standard view